Was born for a reason, and collectively, if you are drawn to this work, or drawn to me, drawn to heal, it's like you're answering a calling, a deeper calling, a soul calling. And in that listening, there is finding and realizing and eventually embodying and being the change that we want to see in the world. Don't burn all our bridges, and so we don't have burnout, and so we don't burn each other and hurt each other unnecessarily. Trained in the old ways, and some of you are remembering the old ways. Bless it all. We've gotten to a point in time where humanity has forgotten their connection to each other and to this planet and to life. Our lives have become synthetic. Our lives have become shallow. Well, maybe not all of our lives, but as a whole, collectively, there's a disconnect. So as we work with this element of water, water is also deep memory. We've forgotten some things, but it's still within us. We can remember our truth. We can always bring ourselves back. We just have to want to and be open to receive. direction behind you and that which you are leaving behind. Don't look back, just let go. Be aware of where you are facing. That is the direction you are heading towards. And I want you to feel the momentum of the past and be aware of the choices, actions, and decisions that have led you to this infinite now moment. And in this infinite now moment, I want you to open up to the vastness of all that you are. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, let your petals unfold. And as you open, unfold to the universal consciousness that is uprising and flowing through you now. And as you breathe, I want you to become aware of life that is breathing through you. And your higher self, your God self, your spirit self, that infinite part of you that knows why you're here. Feel yourself opening and hearing and sensing and listening to and feeling. That part of you that can reach beyond time and space. That part of you that is connected to everybody watching in this infinite now moment as we connect in loving ways to each other, to hold space for healing within each of us individually, but also collectively for our collective evolutionary growth, to help humans and help us remember our truth, our nature, our true nature and reason for being here, and that connectedness to life, and that beautiful life, living expression of art, that living expression of love that is always seeking for the crack of least resistance. I want you to feel yourself flowing into that place of no resistance, because that's where the magic happens. Okay. Rose quartz. Let's connect to each other through the earth grid. Take out your rose quartz, hold it in front of your mouth. Take a deep breath, aware of your alignment between heaven and earth, aware of the energies rising and falling and dancing through you. And as you exhale, the heat, the life force, the universal life force consciousness that flows you, your prana, your chi, that heat of your breath flows around the stone, the rose quartz, and the light within you touches the light within the stone. And I always see the stone lighting up. For those of you that are just coming in, please enter the city where you are so you can hold space for your town, for your place, as we awaken the powers of this sacred teacher, this wisdom keeper. I want you to sense a matrix, a crystalline matrix, like a web of life. And this, as you awaken it, it's like a key that unlocks your ability to access this matrix in a conscious way. And it's that energy that supports life. It's that energy that is healing and is loving and is nourishing. And I want you to see this matrix matrix of life, awakening unto life and flowing all around you. It's flowing through every cell, every organ, every plant, every blade of grass, every tree, every life form. And it's flowing through the earth beneath your feet. And where you stand, I want you to feel it's like if you lift your feet up, there's like a crackling. When you put your foot back down, that contact, there's like a spark. There's an electricity. There's a connection. And as you place your feet flat on the ground, be aware of your energy plugging into and connecting with and linking in beautiful ways with life on planet Earth, with nature, with Mother Nature, with your own nature, your own true nature. Requires no effort, just allowing. It's always there. We forget that we're connected. And through this practice and this process, we remind ourselves of our connectedness and the love that flows through all things. I keep seeing a map of the globe. Well, not the globe, but it's round, you know, the map of the world. And I keep seeing power, places of power, and ley lines, and energy lines running through the earth, connecting these places of power. Well, where you stand is a place of power. I want you to feel that. I want you to allow that. It's okay. For some, feeling your own power can be overwhelming, and I feel with all this fire energy that's going on, it can easily be overwhelming, and the energy kind of makes you go zzz. It's like a short-circuiting kind of an energy. The full moon brought, and the eclipse brought a lot of massive shifts. And right now, as we connect to this matrix of life, we become aware of the seasons and the cycles of life. They're showing me like a lot of things happening at once, and they're showing me multiple visions at once, like they're overlapped, as if I'm looking at film, double exposure, triple exposure, multiple exposures. And I don't know if you've ever seen that before, or if you know, back in the olden days when we had actual film to look at, and you could hold up the negatives and you could put two. It's like, what is this? But they're showing me this because we, as multidimensional beings, we are living and existing in more than one reality, more than one dimensional reality and frequency. We're largely not conscious of what. They keep telling me that world peace is already here. We just have to step up into the frequency, and we have to hold it. Just have to align with it and walk that walk and dance that dance and hold that frequency as we move through the world. And we do this in the end, but it's hard to do it on our own because we're like a ship bobbing without a sail, bobbing on an ocean, unless we have a community that we can feel connected to, and then you feel stability. Because a lot of the energies that we've been experiencing lately have been creating a lot of instability in our lives and a lot of fear and terror, which is soul crippling. So let's take a deep breath and collect any tension, anything we don't need. And as we exhale, let's relax, let's release, let's let go. I'm showing you how to make holy water. Well, it's one way to make holy water, but this is also an emotional healing spell. And I love working with, because I don't know about you, but a lot of people have been experiencing a lot of emotions lately. And there's a lot of transitions happening, and it's hard for a lot of people. There's a lot of loss, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of trauma happening in the world, and just witnessing it around us stirs something within us. And when what we focus on, we amplify. So I know sometimes the world makes us want to scream and want to choke people. Feel the feelings. But one of the things that Spirit's been telling me for a really long time is never talk about that type of stuff on social media. Talk about it on the phone, text, talk to your girlfriends, your friends, your community about it. But when we put it out on social media is an amplifier. That's it. So just be aware. All those eyes feeding into the discontent, all those eyes feed. And I'm not saying to ignore certain things. Certain things need to be discussed, but just have an awareness of unnecessary pity parties. There's a lot going on, but this is going to help with it. This spell is going to help with that, because we're feeling a lot, and I know it's like, but find your community, connect with your community, but don't broadcast what we are working so hard to move beyond. Does that make sense? Everything we do has an energy or frequency to it. What are we feeding into? Who does it serve? What does it serve? I went on a news diet for a while. I'm still on the diet. Limited amounts. It's like I have gluten, like maybe now, well, normally, like once in a very, 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 very blue moon. I avoid it usually. But every once in a while I'll have it, and then I'm reminded, oh, yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, I love you guys. So this is the water spell. I got this from T. Thorne Coyle's book. I think it was Kissing the Limitless. And I've shared it before, but I like shouting out my people in my spiritual community who inspire me. And so get some water. And what I do, you can do one hand over it, but I like to do two. And of course I have... I'm not one for planning ahead, and I'm working to change that. I don't even know if anyone can see this, but I'm going to put this down here. Okay, so place your... Oh, yes. I'm trying to remember, because Spirit was like, oh, tell him this. Doing this on the fly. Trying to remember how... Oh, yes. Okay. So, like, how do we do this again? Okay, so make your hands in the shape of a heart. And we are going to infuse the space inside of our hands with the energy and frequency of love. And we take a deep breath. We go, we do ah, and you see like an egg of light forming in between your heart hands. You ah, and you drop that egg into the water. And then you pick up the glass and you hold it before your mouth, and you gather all the beauty and all the light and all the blessings and the love and infinite consciousness that you are, and you collect it on the inhale, and then you go and the vibration of your voice and the resonance, the frequency, the ah sound is sacred vowel sound connected to our heart. And as we do the it takes it from the physical, and it's like forms, I don't know, it helps take what's inside and puts it in the cup. Oh my God, the fairies are like wild today, and they tell me jokes and stuff in my brain, so it's like really distracting. But anyways, so ah with the heart hands, drop it in, and then ma. And your vibrations, you're infusing the water with love and blessings. And then you just say, this water is blessed. And so it is. And then you take a sip. And as you drink this water, and you can do a huge 64-ounce jug of water, like what I do. But it's not as pretty on camera as my chalice is. I mean, seriously, come on, this is cute. I love it. It's a gift. So as we drink this water, we are literally cleansing and nourishing our bodies with the essence and energy of love. And we are reconsecrating our bodies and blessing our bodies and nourishing our bodies in a sacred way. And what's happening right now is there's this Mars-Chiron conjunction. And so it's kind of like a lancing of the boil that's happening right now for a lot of us. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Chiron's also getting ready to go retrograde. So there's going to be like all this past life healing and stuff that comes up. But in a way, that's really good because, you know, it's like we're meant to claim the wisdom nuggets from the past, just those treasures, and we carry them forward. We're remembering who we were, who we've been before, and that's helping us find strength and wisdom and power for what we are meant to do now, what we have to step into now, what we have to share with each other now. So that's the water spell. Let me turn this. There we go. Fabulous. All right. Whew. So just breathe with that and integrate that. And I want you to feel, okay. Join me on an inner journey beyond time and space. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, drop down into your deeper self. There's a great crossroads, and in the center of a great crossroads there's a great tree, and the great tree's branches seem to touch the sky, touch the heavens itself. And in the base of the tree is a hollow, and the tree seems to be radiating an energy of violet light. And you approach the tree, and you notice as you walk towards it, you get smaller, or maybe the tree gets bigger. And you see at the base of the tree that hollow getting larger and larger and larger. And as you stand before it, the top of the hollow is at the same height as the top of your head. And you step into the hollow. You step past that threshold, that opening. You step into what at first you thought was darkness. And as you step into like this cave, you see that there's a pathway that goes down in kind of a spiral into the earth. And as you step into the darkness, the first thing that you notice is your hands begin to glow a reddish-orange light. And you have an awareness that you are descending down with each breath. You are descending down beneath the surface and the structure of things. Beneath the surface of the earth, beneath the surface of the cells, beneath the surface of your skin, beneath the surface of your conscious mind. And you descend down deeper with each breath. And as you descend down into the earth, you can see tiny roots coming through the walls. And at the very end of the roots, there's like a little light. And it's like you are walking through stars in the darkness. And you emerge in another world, another realm, in a place that is lit by neither sun nor moon, but by starlight. You can see the energy within everything. Everything glows here. You glow here. Become aware of how you glow. Feel your inner radiance expanding and glowing. Appreciate that. It's beautiful. You are beautiful. Such a beautiful light. Such a beautiful light in the darkness. And as you walk through this strange world, hi, good to see you. As you walk through this strange world, you notice that you're on a path that is lined with crystals that are glowing. Kind of like the tarmac at the airport when you look out the window. You see it all glowing, but it's not just red or blue. These are rainbow colors undulating. It's like the whole place is expecting and directing this experience. And it is. And the path leads you through an apple orchard of golden apples that glow. But don't eat them. Please don't. You can pick one as like a lantern and take it with you. And as you're walking through this apple orchard, there's a clearing, a circle of trees. And in the center of this circle of apple trees is a large cauldron lined with 7 stones. And there is a lady by the cauldron, a goddess. Some call her carriage one. She's here to help you transform something that you've been wanting to transform. So I feel like reaching inside your essence and drawing out whatever it is. I don't know, maybe it's in your pocket. Maybe it's in your pocket. You pull out and there's a symbol of what it is that you want to change. And know that whatever you give her, you will get back, but it will be changed. So maybe that's self-image. Maybe that's you want to transform self-doubt. Maybe you want to transform illness into wellness. Maybe you want to transform chaos into peace. So take some time and focus on what you want to give Carriage when hand it to her, and she puts it in her cauldron. Our magical cauldron of transformation, and begins to stir it. joy, allow the love to fill your heart, allow the joy to fill your heart, allow the peace to fill your heart, and know it's been there from the start. Allow the joy to fill your heart, allow the love to fill your heart, allow the peace to fill your heart, and know it's been there from the start. Allow the joy to fill your heart, allow the love to fill your heart, allow the peace to fill your heart, and know it's been there from the start. Allow. this work resonates with you, please, please, please share with your community. May we all be blessed. Till next time.